if you were being reasonable about it, you could go back to if Osama bin Laden hadn't ordered the terror attacks on the World Trade Center that killed nearly 3,000 people, then it wouldn't have been necessary for US forces to go into the country that had been harboring him.
But who funded Al-Qaeda? It's
okay,
the same argument.
Again, you can go back as long as you want, but I think to put it in context, obviously the reason that the United States were fighting in Afghanistan was as a response to 9/11. So that is the context.
I mean, at the end of the day, the people of Afghanistan weren't guilty for 9/11. It's these constant wars. It's these constant attempts at regime change. It's the creation of refugees, the destabilization of the Middle East that's constantly going to create this scenario at the end of the day. I mean, and the fact that the National Guard shouldn't have been in DC to begin with. I mean, Sarah, the woman who was shot, had told her boyfriend that she felt like being there was pointless. It's really a show of force to distract from multiple things that Trump ran on and failed on. He ran on affordability. He ran on ending foreign wars, yet they're trying to enact regime change in Iran and Venezuela. They're continuing to arm genocide in Gaza, continuing to arm the bombing of Lebanon. And at the end of the day, this is, going to create blowback where people in the US are going to pay the price. People around the world, innocent people around the world, are going to pay the price, whether with their tax dollars, with their lives, with the decline of the economy. And this is all a distraction at the end of the day. They're scapegoating immigrants instead of looking at the real root of the problem, which is US imperialism wreaking havoc, pillaging people around the world, and not caring, not doing anything to solve these issues here. I mean, like you also mentioned in the previous segment, how many US veterans come back and commit violence at home? So I don't think it's an isolated incident, and they just want to use what happened in DC to scapegoat all immigrants instead of looking at the real cause of the issue. The war hawks and neocons in Washington, the architects of occupation and regime change in Afghanistan, Syria, Venezuela, creating the instability that forces people to flee. I mean, 1 minute they're calling people HTS and other groups in Syria terrorists, the other minute they're meeting with them, then they're funding them. It's all political convenience.